What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that would help me out immensely. Today we are going to do a job that I've been putting off for the longest time ever, and it is now becoming a major issue, and that is my one and hopefully only oil leak. Oil is leaking from my oil pan. Not really bad, but it's getting a little bit concerning. Back in the day, I used to be slammed on 16s. You know, of course, being so low, you're gonna be hitting your oil pan on the streets, and over time, bolts are gonna loosen, the gasket is going to sever from the pan and the block itself, and it's gonna cause oil leaks. So now, after all those years of abuse, my gasket is severed, and I'm pretty sure my bolts are loose, and a long time ago, I took my car into a shop for them to do a timing service, and they addressed the oil leak, but they used a makeshift gasket for the 8 series, and it didn't really fit too well because these are all high temp silicone sealed opposed to using like a paper rubber gasket. But today in this video, I'm going to show you in as much detail as I possibly can how to re-gasket your oil pan on your H22. So what I read on the forums, this job honestly isn't that complex, nor is it too time consuming. The longest part of this job is, of course, having the high temp silicone cure for a full 3 days. That is what is recommended on the Honda bond that I bought, that I will show you. In terms of unbolting things, it is pretty simple. All we need to do is unbolt the J-pipe, downpipe on the header, the cross member, and the flywheel cover, and that'll give us access to all the bolts to the oil pan. In terms of tools, you may need simple socket, wobbly extension. Did I call that a socket? Ratchet, sockets, wobbly extension, a variety of wrenches, maybe even like a socket set, big berth over here, and an electric hand ratchet. In terms of parts for this job, of course you need oil filter. I usually go with an OEM Honda filter or a K&N filter. Honda bond, high temp, little focus. I got this off of Amazon. I picked up this Permatex Ultra Black gasket maker oil resistant just in case I ran out of this. Rather be safe than sorry. And then an OEM part. This is the half moon seal that goes somewhere on the oil pan. Give you the part number right there. So again, this job shouldn't be too hard, knock on wood, but first things first, put the Prelude on jack stands. All right, got the Prelude on jack stands. Well, safety check, all right, all is well. So I recommend getting your Prelude as high as you possibly can. If you have a lift, you are doing significantly better than I am. Next step is to go ahead and completely drain all of your oil and remove your oil filter. Okay, so while we wait for the remaining oil to drain, let's go ahead and remove the middle cross member. So it's going to consist of 5 bolts at 14 millimeters. You got 3 up front, come down the chassis, and you got 2 more on the back side. All right, cross members out. It is oily, greasy, nasty, full of debris. I would highly recommend just go ahead and honestly just letting this sit in like dish soap or hit it with some degreaser. Let it sit, agitate it a little bit with a sponge or something, and rinse it off really well. Look at that low life. And no holes in my header, but definitely changed the sound a little bit. So, still waiting for the oil to drain. Next, we're gonna go ahead and take out the O2 sensor here. I believe that is a 5/8. You can use a wrench or you can use a special O2 socket remover tool. We'll go ahead and take off the downpipe portion. My bolt specifically here, because I have an aftermarket cat, are 14 millimeters. And then sneaking up here, you have a bolt. There's 3 bolts that connect the J downpipe to the top of the header. There's one there, one in the middle, and then there's one right there. I believe those are also going to be 14 as well. Okay, so I just got off the downpipe. So confirm the 3 bolts to the downpipe to the upper portion of the header are 14. Use an extension. This bracket here that holds the header to the block are going to be 14. Remove the hanger with a screwdriver and WD-40, or if you have a special tool, exhaust hanger tool, go ahead and use that. And then 5/8 for the O2 sensor. And then for me, probably OEM as well, 14 for these 3, the flex pipe to the catalytic converter. So now you should have this pleasant side here, not so pleasant. A lot of gunk and debris and oil from, again, not taking care of my pan. So as you can see there, big scrapage, nothing terrible, I've seen worse. Thank God my pan hasn't cracked. But you can see down here, we got some seepage. Here is the flywheel cover we need to take off. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 bolts. I'll confirm with you the size, and then we have all the bolts that support the oil pan. Geez, I'm freaking missing one. Okay, cool. As you can see there, it's starting to like seep out. And I don't know if you can see that hint of blue, but that's like the makeshift oil pan gasket that I think like AC Delco sells or someone. It's not that great, honestly. A lot of badness right here. And then up here is like the worst, where you can start to see it like seep out. Not the prettiest. These cars are becoming rare now, honestly, so I would highly recommend you fully service and take care of these cars. And then I just gotta do some cleaning up here. I noticed this is leaking. I think it's an oil pressure sensor or sender unit. Also, don't forget to remove your oil filter and then clean up the chassis if you would like. Okay, just got the flywheel cover off. Pretty straightforward. Very crusty. Gonna let this thing soak into grease overnight and then hit it in the morning. So here are all the bolts. They are confirmed, also 14 millimeters. They are all different lengths. So just keep in mind on which one you take off and which one goes where. So here is my flywheel. So now, anyways, we have full access to the pan. So you got some bad leakage here. Pretty crusty here. I'm also gonna degrease the shit out of this pan as well. Got some leakage up here. There's some bolts hidden right there and right there. Okay, only 2, so that's convenient. Very smart of Honda, thank you. And then all the bolts here. So I think these are all 10 millimeter bolts. I will confirm with you when I take them out. So go ahead and take out all the bolts. All right, oil pan is out with no conflictions. We have 17 items here. We're gonna have 15 bolts. These are confirmed 10 millimeter, and don't worry, these are all the same size and length, so you can put these in whatever order you would like. And then we have 2 10 millimeter nuts here. I'm gonna clean these off, degrease them, make sure the threads are good, and then when I reassemble the oil pan, I'm gonna put blue Loctite on, because most of these honestly were pretty loose, and the side that wasn't leaking were tight, and the side that was leaking, of course, was pretty loose, like I could take them off with my hand. And now we have the oil pan here. Honestly, I don't even know if the shop I took it to like years ago, back in 2012, 2013, even scraped off the OEM gasket here, just because I was so spotty. I don't even think they replaced the half moon seal as well. So that's good news, but I could be wrong. Again, this was back in 2012, 2013. And now we have the oil pickup. Sorry about the lighting. I'm not gonna take any of this off, of course, but I wanna look at it. Here is the weird gasket they have. Go ahead and peel that off. We got our dipstick there. Before I jump on to the next task, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this all in and not really investigate, but just take a look at the bottom of the block, see if there's anything I can find that's damaged or not. But this is really cool. So this is about, I want to say like 45 minutes to 55 minutes in. Okay, I am now going to begin degreasing, deep cleaning, and scraping off the extra residue from the old gasket. Remember, this pan is aluminum, and aluminum is very soft. So if you go to scrape this with like something metal, be careful. It will score and embed easy. I would highly recommend something plastic. But again, I am going to degrease the pan to make sure it is not cracked. I see some weird lines here, but I think that's just how the pan is since it is aluminum, and when it was formed, hopefully it's not cracked, but this process wasn't that hard, so if I have to buy a new pan, I'll just go ahead and do that, but hopefully not. But gonna take my time cleaning and degreasing this. We'll go ahead and put a nice bead of our Honda Bond on, refit the pan and the half moon seal, and begin our curing process. Major update on the pan. Got most of the residue off from the old adhesive. I did carefully use a wire wheel to get everything out, or almost everything, and then I used this 600 grit sanding block to smooth out the area. So now it's a little bit scored, but it's clean enough for the new OEM or the Honda Bond silicone adhesive to adhere to. In terms of degreasing the pan, took my time, let it sit in the degreaser for 15 minutes, agitated it with a brush, rinsed it, degreaser again, agitated with a brush, rinsed it, hit it with the degreaser, hit it with a brush, and then I hit it with the wire wheel, and it is significantly better than what it was. Just gotta hit this area one more time, and then I'm gonna call it good. And then I'm going to hit the inside with some brake clean to ensure that all or any metal deposits are removed. Once the pan is dry, I'm going to go ahead and add our Honda Bond and the half moon seal and zip her right back up. Alright, so we got our mounting surface prepped. We have the half moon seal here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of Honda Bond in here and then apply the seal accordingly. So the Honda Bond says to apply a very thin layer all around, let it sit for a minute, and then immediately reinstall the pan. Not torque it down, but I'm going to use a jack to support it while I blue Loctite the bolts. So we're going to utilize the bolts in the middle to suspend the pan, and then we'll put all the bolts in and then slowly torque each bolt down to spec. Real quick, did my best to apply the Honda Bond. It is kind of thin, kind of spotty, but overall it's covering what needs to be covered. Unfortunately, my bottle blew out from the bottom, so I used that as a putty knife to kind of even everything out. So now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the pan. Update, got the oil pan back in. I put the pan in, I hand tightened all the bolts. I waited an hour per directions for the silicone to cure before I fully torqued down all the bolts. The torque specs are between 7 to 9 pounds. I honestly didn't research a sequence to tightening everything, but I just started from the middle, then kept going back to front, back to front, back to front, and then I went left to right, driver's side, passenger side. You know the gist. Then after I hit each bolt, I just started from the top here and just slowly worked my way back around to make sure that there's an even sit. So at this point we are pretty much done. I just have to reassemble everything, but I'm going to wait on about a day, maybe a day and a half before I put the flywheel cover back on, because I do want to degrease a lot of the undercarriage since I have everything out. And then put the downpipe back on, as well as the cross member, fill it with oil, and hopefully no leaks. It should spew out a little bit like this, the forum said. So I am praying that the oil pan doesn't leak anymore. And I was kind of curious about what you see here, but I think this is just cast crackings from when the pan was being formed, but nothing ever seeped out of here. But I guess I'll know once I fill it with new oil since it is now clean. So I don't want to say a job well done because I don't know if the pan still leaks or not, but I would say overall very content and satisfied with the progress that I made personally. Got a lot of cleaning done. We restored the pan. Disassembling everything really wasn't that bad. It's a bunch of 14 and 10 millimeter nuts and bolts. So I'm pretty sure you can all figure out how to reassemble everything, I hope. But if you have any questions, shoot them down in the comments below. It's like I mentioned in the previous clips, I'm going to let the silicone cure for a good solid day, day and a half. I still have to go run and grab the oil I ordered at the shop. I'll fill that in, let it run for a good 10-15 minutes, and cross my fingers the pan does not leak. But other than that, guys, thank you so very much for the continuous help and support. And if you have any questions, please be sure to leave them down in the comments below or reach out to me via Instagram. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, in my drive below, we'll catch you next video. Take care.